Yo, what's up, Anthony? Good to see you, bro. Guys, I'm grabbing. Yo, what's up, Anthony? Good to see you, bro. Get that off. I'm grabbing my links right now so I can post that I'm going live. But guys, we have something very special today. Drew Carroll, the CEO of LeadZolo, best market I've ever seen. Brilliant man, great businessman. Actually, great isn't even good enough. He's insane, and I learned so much from him. But he is going to be sending me a bunch of premium leads from LeadZolo for me to call today. So you guys are going to get to see me talk to tons of motivated sellers, lock up a bunch of deals. It's going to be a great time. Okay, where is my YouTube live? He's sending me a bunch of premium leads from LeadZolo for me to... All right. Wait. There we go. All right, what's going on, everybody? Guys, today we're going to be calling LeadZolo Leads. If you guys are not familiar, LeadZolo is where I get all of my inbound digital leads. So all of, PPC, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all of that stuff. These are where I get the leads from. We got a bunch of them today that we're going to call through all over the place, all over the United States. We're going to see how many deals we can get. We'll be calling for at least the next 2 hours or so. So you're going to get to see a ton of phone calls. It's going to be a good time. And also, for everybody on TikTok, we are also live on YouTube. So if you guys want to see the actual houses that I'm looking at, I'm going to have them all pulled up on Zillow. And you guys will also be able to see me do my calculations, figure out how much I can offer, everything like that. So we're also over on YouTube. Do you recommend property visits to get an accurate repair cost? No, Connor. I do not. Here's the deal. When it comes to repair costs, you always just want to analyze the property from what the seller is telling you. And then once you get photos of the property, if that's different than what the seller told you, you have an upper hand. This gives you leverage for negotiating with the seller to bring the price down because they lied about the condition of the property. They're going to feel bad. Yo, what's up, Goal Line Buzz? How you doing, man? End buyer here. I'm looking for a wholesaler to send me under contract deals that are fixer condition. Thomas, where are you looking for deals at? All right. Bro is so awkward when he calls people, I would hang up. Honestly, some people do. And maybe I am awkward, but whatever I do, it gets results, okay? So, we're going to keep doing it. All right, first lead we're going to be calling is a property, let's see, in Jacksonville, Florida, okay? We got a property in Jacksonville, Florida. Let me get this pulled up. Nice little 3-2. We love that. Maria, I think is how you say the name, but it's spelled weird. Whatever. Let's give her a call.
Call has been forwarded to voicemail. Call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available.
All right. Never mind. Next property, Ocala, Florida. Actually, I'll probably wait to pull it up until we actually get somebody to answer. Okay, Ocala, Florida. We have, who's on the hook? Doug. I live in Jacksonville. Maybe I'm calling you. Mike is super quiet on YouTube. Thank you for letting me know. Let's see here.
Hello.
Hello, Douglas.
That's me.
Hey, Douglas. My name is Tyson Smith. I'm with We Buy Homes Cash. I'm giving you a call today because it looks like you filled out some information on my website about selling a property over here in Ocala.
Yeah.
Is now a good time that you and I could chat about the property and see if it's something we'd be interested in buying?
Sure.
Excellent. So the way our process works is I'm going to take about 5 minutes, ask you some questions about the property, and at the end of the conversation, one of two things will happen. Number one, we'll have a cash offer for you, something in about the next 15 minutes, or the property is not something our company's interested in buying. We'll let you know why, and you'll never hear from me again. How's that sound?
That sounds like the rest of them said. The house is only 3 years old, man. So it's moving ready. There's no fixes need to be done, no repairs, no nothing.
Okay. And what has you interested in selling it?
Medical emergency with our parents up north.
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, so we need to be closer to them instead of way down here. So we're both 16 hours away by car, so.
Okay, so how soon are you looking to be there?
Within 30 days, I would imagine.
Okay.
60 to lead, or the most, I mean.
Okay, so it sounds like if you could wave a wand, you'd want this property to be sold, you get paid for it and everything sometime in the next 30, 60 days?
Yeah, next 30 would be better. So my wife just said, so yeah, something like that.
Okay. Have you thought about listing this property on the market with a real estate agent?
No, because then I lose all my retirement's in this house, all my money for my retirement, every penny in this house. I didn't lose 30,000, 34,000, something like that, which I'm already going to take a $40,000 loss. And you go and tell me how much you think the property's worth. I already know, because that's what's happened the last 4 times with the last 4 phone calls.
Really?
But I said, yeah, you're just low balling as low as you can go because I have a medical emergency, and to get out of here, that's what you keep doing. So, I'm not. I could just shut the doors on it and, remove the water and electric one. I just leave it sit here idle, go up there and be fine. But I don't want to have to come back down, so I'm not going to come back to Florida. But then I could do that, and then I don't have to worry about the offers.
Understood.
That's what I keep trying to explain to these people, and they don't want to hear it. They just keep, you're only going to get this much. No, that's not going to happen.
So how much are you wanting to get for it?
Well, the market value around here is $392 for this house. Equity in our house, it says it's about $258. I was lifting, and we owe $112,000, something like that, a mortgage. I was looking to get $350 out of the house so that I would leave, with at least a good $210, $212, and that's still $40,000 less than what I got in.
It makes sense.
But then it's got a whole bunch of stuff in it. Automatic blind, relieving the washer and dryer, which are smart appliances. You make program them, call them from the damn grocery store, and your wash be done by the time you get home. But they're not. And I did so much landscaping, and it's just, I don't know, it's 10 times more of the house than you're looking on Zillow.
Yeah.
And they said, oh, Zillow says, I said, I don't care. Come and look at the property. I don't care what Zillow says.
I agree.
We bought it, and they said we were overpaying when we bought it, but it was more of a house than what Zillow was putting on their little website. So, that's basically where I am. I can't take no less than, $350 was bringing it down. I had to list it at $410, and I just brought it down. Said, here, let's just go ahead and sell it. I was selling by myself.
So you had it listed on the market?
Oh, no. On this, when you sell by yourself, that's that listing.
Okay.
For sale by owner. But I didn't go all the way through it and get on the site where they're calling me. I just listed it, they just kept it on there for like 10 days or something. And then they take it off because I'm not going to pay them.
All right. Well, here's what I'm going to tell you, man, is I completely agree with you. I think the house is somewhere around $390,000 house, but I think it's worth the $390,000 house to a retail buyer, somebody who wants to buy the property and move into it, right?
Right, that's what I was saying when I brought it down to $350, $345. I think $345, I could probably still do it $345 and come out. Well, of course, I'm losing another $10,000, but the more important thing to me is getting up there to our parents.
Yeah.
The $10,000, taking it up to losing $50,000 ain't as important to me as it is to. I'm not going to take $100,000 loss. I'll shut the doors.
I got you.
But people won't part. But, and for these we buy house people, they're not saying you, but they're all we're trying to make the most profit we can. Well, if the house is worth $400,000 and I'm giving it to you for $345, then you got a $6 profit margin right there.
Well,
I don't understand.
so listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm exactly like them. I want to make money on this, and that's why I already know that I'm not gonna be a good buyer for that house, and that's why I'm sitting here as another person, and I just want to tell you, if it were me and this was my house, based on what you're telling me, I would have this property listed on the market with a real estate agent.
Right, but when I go to do that, like I said, some of them are 3%, some of them are 6%. Then you got to pay the other 6%. Because real estate people now are crazy. It used to be 3% was their top, money. Now it's 6%, 8%, something. And they don't care. That's what they want to.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Look, you can easily get this done all in 8%. You'll pay 3% to a buyer's agent, 3% to the person who sells it, and then you're gonna have about 2% in closing costs. That means you're gonna pay about 30 grand in fees. So if you list this right now for 390, which you and I both agree you'll be able to sell it for 390, then you're gonna go ahead. You'll walk away with 360. That gets you where you want to be, right?
Yeah, it's like around 8.
Listen, if you don't know anybody, I have a friend out there in Florida who I know is a good realtor. If you'd like me to connect him, I'd be more than happy to. But I'm just telling you right now, if this were me, based on your situation and what you're telling me, that's 100% what I would do.
I've already, my mom holds the mortgage on the deed. We let her put it in mortgage, and for some reason that's what she wanted to do, which was fine with me. She's already signed it all over, so it's my house, like she should have. And she said the same thing, just get it to a realtor. I just had a discussion with her last night, and she said, put it in a realtor's hands. And she was calling one that she wanted to use. So I haven't heard back from her to see whether she got a hold of them yet today. So, like I said, I haven't talked to her. But I'm going to talk to her, and if she's still the same way, then and she didn't buy that one. I know quite a few down here too.
Okay.
One of them, they don't sell it within 30 days, they'll buy it themselves. So, and they put that in contract.
All right.
And I really want to see, I mean, he's a multi-millionaire, so he don't really care, but I want to see his contracts in writing say that.
Yeah. All right.
But thanks for your time, man. I kind of figured that would be the answer. I don't remember when I filled out the thing for you, whether it was just today or whether it was a couple weeks ago when I was filling out all of them. So, it's all good, though.
All right.
I'd rather with me rather than like the rest of them did. Well, here, I'll call you back in 20 minutes. Let me get with my partners. Yeah, partners, you already know what your answer is.
No, man, I'm trying to play it straight with you.
There's no reason to sugarcoat nothing. You think I want more than you can afford to pay because that's not your business, and then get off the phone.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, thanks for your time and your advice, which, like I said, I was already taking that.
Gotcha.
But, good luck on your predictions here in the next 3-4 days. I know you're gonna catch these two written.
All right. I appreciate that.
Bye.
All right. Good luck, Doug.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, guys, 2 things I want you to notice about that guy. Number 1, I'm trying to push him away as far, like, hey, go do this, go do this, go do this. And then what I'm looking for is maybe he'll give me some pushback and be like, no, I can't do that because now he didn't, which means he should list this house on the market. Which, if you guys notice, I said, hey, I've got some friends out there, some people I know. Here's what I'm going to tell you. If you or you have somebody at your company that has a real estate license, some of the easiest money you can make is in referrals, right? Now, you can only refer people if you or somebody in your company has a real estate license. But essentially how that works is this guy says, yeah, I'd be interested in talking to your friend. You say he's a good realtor? Yeah. I do actually know a realtor out in Florida, but if I didn't, whatever, I could just ask in here, and one of you guys would be a realtor in Florida. And I call him up and say, hey, just talk to this guy, Doug. He needs to sell his property. He needs to move quickly. Go ahead and give him a call. List the property. And then he's going to kick me 20% of his commission. Meaning, whatever, commission on a $390,000 house. We're talking, what is this? Let's say he sells it for $390. 3% of that is 11 grand. And 20% of that, whoops. 20% of that is $2,300, right? That's $2 grand I would have made for all of literally 10 minutes worth of work. So that's the benefit of having a real estate license. The second thing I want you guys to realize about that person was, what did he say there about, I'm not sure when I filled that out. It was probably when I was filling out all of those different forms. Guys, when it comes to inbound digital leads, people are not just calling one of them, right? They're going to come down, they enter the information, okay, here, and then, okay, let's see, what about this guy? Because, dude, you search Sell My House Fast Florida, and you got a million different links. What that means for you is that whenever you do get any form of inbound digital ads, right, if you get a LeadZolo lead, it is so important that you call that as soon as you possibly can, okay? Because the early bird gets the worm in these situations. All right, the CEO, let's go. Tyson just locked up and blasted out 3 properties today. Dude, that is what I'm talking about. The CEO, I love it, man. Congratulations. Where'd you get those properties from? All right. Next on the list, we have Allison. Looks like Allison has an inherited property in Homestead, Florida. Let's see what that's all about. Also, on that guy I just talked to, this is somebody you follow up with every week, right? I'm going to call him in a week and I'm like, hey, did you get that property listed? No, why not, right? Because we never know. Things could change. He could list the property. Maybe it doesn't sell for how much he wants. Maybe he's ready to just say, screw it, take the hit, sell it to a cash buyer. So we got to stay on top of somebody like that.
Call has been forwarded to an automatic. Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 7862.
Let's give her one more call. Have you tried the Close CRM? I use Close in one of my businesses. I've never not used it for wholesaling though. What's up, Cody? Good to see you, bro.
Your call has been forwarded to voice.
All right. Do you cold call anymore or just PPL? Michael. We cold call for a base, right? A base of leads, things like that. But the hits, the home runs, those are coming from LeadZolo, right? That's the PPL over there. Which, by the way, guys, if you guys are interested in getting some LeadZolo leads for your business, go ahead. If you're on YouTube, in the description, it says Get LeadZolo Leads. You want to go check it out. Go book a call with them. It's phenomenal. I can't speak higher about any other company in real estate. And then if you're on TikTok, the link in my bio, Get LeadZolo Leads will bring you straight to their website. You can learn all about them. They crush. Guys, the last time I was calling leads with Drew, some LeadZolo leads, it was a couple weeks ago. First lead we got on the phone, contract. All right, next lead is going to be in Royce City, Texas. Looks like they have emergency reasons for needing to sell their house. Sounds like somebody needs our help. All right, Michael had his LeadZolo last week. Think it's the best way to go? I probably agree with you there, man. Give me a free trial to LeadZolo? I'm afraid that's not in my power, man. Hello, Malua?
Yes.
Malua, this is Tyson with We Buy Homes Cash. I was giving you a call about a property. It looks like you submitted on our website over here in Royce City.
Uh-huh.
Were you still looking to sell that property, Malua?
Yes.
Well, excellent. Do you have about 5-10 minutes? I can ask you some questions about the property so we can see if it's something my company would be interested in buying?
Oh, okay, just a minute, just a minute.
No worries.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, Malua, while I'm getting the property pulled up, could you go ahead and catch me up to speed here? What's got you interested in selling this place?
I want to buy another house.
You looking to buy another house? Are you looking to stay in Royce City or somewhere else?
Is that necessary?
Oh, I'm just curious because maybe there's something I could do to help you there.
Oh, okay. I will be staying like 7 minutes away from that area.
Okay.
So it's a better mind about the same area, yeah.
Understood. So I've got the property pulled up and I'm looking at the listing right now. It looks like you purchased this property pretty recently, didn't you?
Yeah, 2019.
Okay. And what has you looking to sell it so soon?
maybe about 2 months from now.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Did you have a job change or something like that?
I just told you that I'm looking to buy another house.
Okay. So there's nothing wrong with this house that's making you want to move away from it?
There's nothing wrong. I just want to upgrade, buy another house.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with the property.
Understood. So it looks like your property's been listed on the market for a couple months now. Why do you think it hasn't sold yet?
It's not a couple of months. It's just a month and maybe about 7 days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just like the market has been so slow.
Oh, really?
And the reason that I'm trying to get it, if that is gonna take a long time, and then I don't know how long it will take. So I was thinking that if there's something that can expedite that buying, and then I would be glad to get it away quickly.
Okay.
So that I can go and put some down payment on my other new house.
Understood. So what is more important to you? Getting the most amount of money for the property or selling it quickly?
Well, there's no way you can sell that house cheap. So if there's something that can come to the market value that I want, I would appreciate.
I'm sorry, there's no way what?
I say there's no way I can sell it cheap. If there's something that will be cheaper because I'm selling it quick, I can't sell it out. So I just want to hear from you how much you are offering, and then if I can agree, that would be nice. If not,
Okay.
then we will just depart.
Yeah, I understand. So I'm actually not the person who comes up with the prices, but I mean, right now I can already tell you off the rip, we're not going to be able to offer you how much it's listed for. So are you willing to take less than how much it's currently listed for? Less than $350,000?
Well, yes.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what I'll go ahead and do is I'll take this information over to my underwriters. They'll let me know how much I can pay for it, and I'll be able to give you a call back in about 5 or 10 minutes, okay?
Your network is kind of breaking. What did you say? I had an underwriting.
Oh, I apologize. I'm going to go take this to my underwriter. They'll let me know how much I can pay for it, and I'll give you a call back in about 10, 15 minutes. I'll let you know what they say, okay?
No problem. I look forward. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, so a couple things. Not sure if that was a guy or girl. Second thing, we're gonna offer her fucking way less than what he or she has this listed for. Third thing, could barely understand what she was saying. Here's the deal. It's a property built in 2019. They bought it as a new build. They have it listed for too much. Unrealistic on price. However, I want to throw my hat in the ring. Now, my goal here is to make an offer and then try to mitigate as much animosity from the seller as possible, so that if for some reason they are unable to sell the house later on, that, you know, they remember me as being a nice guy and they call me for their plan B. So, this is not the right property. What the heck? All right, give me a sec. So the property is listed on the market for $350,000. Let's see what the property is actually worth, because I haven't looked. I need to see where it is first. Nice little house in Royce City, Texas. Not bad at all. When properties are listed on Zillow, though, it's so hard to find them. Find them on the map is what I mean. It's on Stevenson Landing. Where's this? So right now I'm just trying to find the property. Where the hell is Stevenson Landing? Is it over here?
It's also interesting too. I can see that a month ago they did $100 price cut on the listing.
Yeah.
Which is like, I don't even understand why they would do that.
Dude, I think it just goes to show that their realtor sucks, because I think they do that just so that the property shows up in price cuts on the MLS. So for like other realtors looking. I can't even find this property. I don't. Oh wait, it might be above. I need to look at where this thing is on a map. All right, another day, another random people trying to go live with me on TikTok that I don't know. Oops. Okay, where is this? Okay, it is this frontage. Okay, wait, hold up. We're in the right track over here. Here we are. All right, wait. Yeah, that's the property. Okay, so the property is a 3-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,000 square feet. Let's see what's actually sold in this neighborhood. Here's a 3-2. I'm going to assume, because it's all new builds, that this is going to be a similar property. Pending 315. Okay, so he has it listed 40 grand over market. So, yeah, all right. So his property's worth 315 to 320,000. Cool. So here's the deal. If we look at a property, 320,000, it's not going to need any repairs. We'll just put 2,500 for the possibility of cleaning shit out. Gonna do this. I would relist this just to make 20 grand. Our offer is 245,000. Let's call him back and let's offer him 245K for it. 100 grand under what he has it listed for. Or she. I'm not sure. Hello, Malua.
Yes, sir.
Hey, this is Tyson with We Buy Homes Cash.
Yes.
So we were able to take a look at the market, and it looks like other properties that are similar to yours are selling for around $315,000 on the market.
Okay.
Does that sound about right to you?
I don't know. I did not look at it, so I have to ask the agents, maybe to look at it on the computer.
Yeah, I probably would, because I find it a little bit. I'm just trying to understand why yours is listed for so much.
Yeah, I think now 38 days now. So I think because I don't know, yours is the number look like Arizona, but here in Dallas or in Texas, there's a lot of rain for the last month. So that's really delaying a lot of people to come and visit. So I think that will happen. So for me to be waiting for that delay, that's why I was trying to what I can do myself. So it's not like there's something wrong with the house. No, it's just maybe because of the bad weather. That's what agents keep telling me, that bad weather.
That your agent's telling you that because it's raining, that's why the house isn't selling?
Yeah, because the market is kind of slowing for people to come and do the touring and all this. That's what he told me. So.
Okay. Interesting. Well, my company did get an offer. However, it's substantially less than what you have the property listed for. So I don't think it's going to be your plan A. It's probably not your plan B or your plan C. But if it comes down to it and you'd like to have the property sold, closed as soon as you would like, buying the property as is, no closing costs, anything like that, our company would be able to offer you $245,481 for it.
200 and what?
$245,481.
Okay, let me hear it with my agents. I don't think he will agree with that. So, but let me hear it with my agent, see what it is.
All right, sounds like a plan. You want to go ahead and give me a call back at this number once you've heard from them?
Yes, I will.
All right.
Or you can call me back anytime. If you feel like, but I will call you back.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You hear that, Drew? The property isn't selling because of the rain.
Yeah, this guy's out to lunch, and the amount of times he's had it listed over the last like 2 years is hilarious.
Yeah, so that's what I was looking at. So for all of you people on YouTube that are looking, so on Zillow, this is a really big tool that you guys want to use, and this is for all properties, not just listed properties. You can scroll down here, and you can see the price history, and it'll show you. So look, this guy bought the house. Oh my God, it doesn't even, there's so much data since when he bought the house, because he bought it in 2019. So in 2021, he listed it for rent, tried to rent it, couldn't. Then he listed it for sale at $365, listed it for rent again for $2,700 7 days later, bumped down the rent again. Then in January 9th, he tried to sell it again for $364. The listing was removed. And then again in February, he listed it for rent. And then a month later, he listed it for sale again for $360,000 again. Didn't sell. 2 weeks later, he removed the listing. In March, he listed it for rent again, $2,600. Dropped the price to $2,500. Still didn't rent it. Listed it for sale again in April at $360. Lowered the price to $349. 20 days later, lowered the price again $100 to $349, $800, and now the property is still for sale. So this guy has tried to sell and rent this house a gajillion times, and his realtor can't sell it because of the rain. So
yeah, well, it must be just really rainy over there, I guess.
It must be because you know what everybody says about the Dallas real estate market is that it's just been so slow. Can't sell anything in Dallas right now. All right. Yes, guys, this was a lead from LeadZolo. Now, here's the deal. It's still a good lead. This is a motivated seller. It's just a question of when, right? Now, this is definitely somebody that you follow up with, right? They're all over the place, and they've got, I don't even know who is their realtor. I'm not going to say anything mean because I don't know the whole situation, but that realtor would have been fired a long time ago. The moment they told me that I couldn't sell the house because of the rain. No, you can't sell the house because you have it priced 50 grand too high. All right. Up next, another property in Florida. We're going to Apollo Beach this time. We have Kristen, who is looking for a quick sale. Tyson, I love you. You're my hero. Dude, Trent, thank you. You're my hero, bro.
Your call has been forwarded to...
Guys, that is not a tire kicker. That's somebody who wants to sell their house. Here's the deal. I want that lead, right? That person is motivated. They've tried to sell their house a million times. They are eventually going to come to reality. The matter is when, and when hopefully coincides with when I follow up with them. Now, I give myself more chances of that the more I follow up with them, right? Guys, that person is going to be texted every single week until they either threaten to sue me, die, or the house is sold. All right, Kristen.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
All right, Kristen, not today. Looks like we have recently divorced Miguel. We're going back to Texas, this time Wiley. Oh, shit. All right. How much money do you waste on buying leads today? Guys, I think you are thinking about this the wrong way. People have this instant gratification they want. I don't think of marketing as buying something. I think of it more as investing in something, right? It's like buying a stock. Now, a lot of people, when you first talk to them, they're not going to be a deal today, right? It's just more often than not, they're not going to be. That's why every single good real estate investor knows that the fortune is in the follow-up, okay? All we're doing right now is fact-finding. I'm building more information about these people. that every single time I follow up with, I'm going to be able to use as leverage. And every single call, I'm just driving a wedge deeper and deeper into that until eventually they crack and either something happens, whether they sell it to me or they decide not to sell it or something, okay? Ryan Serhant said something one time on some video. If you guys don't know who Ryan Serhant is, he's a realtor. He's like a celebrity realtor in New York. Seems like an awesome guy. Don't know him personally. He said something. He said, the reason why I've been able to make so much money is my ability to follow up with somebody until they die. Okay? Guys, just because something is not right now business does not mean it's not next week business or next month business. All right? If I buy a lead for, let's say, $100 and it doesn't make me money today, that doesn't matter. Because I have the data that shows that the longer a lead sits in my system, their chances of becoming a closed deal just go up, 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 and up. And it's exponential, okay? So, I'm not worried if I don't close every single deal that I get. Every single lead that I get, I don't close. It doesn't matter because eventually the statistics show, my numbers show that they will get closed eventually. All right, back to Wiley. Hello, Wiley. Or I'm sorry, Miguel.
Yes.
Miguel, this is Tyson with We Buy Homes Cash. Looks like you submitted some information on my website about selling this property on Camber Lane.
Uh-huh.
Have I caught you at a bad time?
I'm in work, but weekly, yes.
Okay, do you have about 5 or 10 minutes we could discuss this property so that I might be able to get you a cash offer for it?
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Well, Miguel, while I'm getting this property pulled up, could you sort of catch me up to speed here? What's got you looking at selling it?
Well, he owe, I guess it's 170, I guess. I don't have the paper, but I'm looking for the divorce, you know.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So, if I understand, what's that?
It be my name only.
The property's only in your name?
Yeah, but I'm bought it before Mary.
Okay. Does she have any kind of say in this? Or he?
Say again?
Does the person you're getting divorced from have any say in this?
No.
Okay. And you said you owe 170 on it?
I believe so. Maybe less, you know?
Okay. How much do you want to get for it?
How much you want to give me?
As less as possible.
Ah, well. Yeah, I'm 70 years old.
Okay.
And what I'm trying to do is, save it, do the divorce, and going back to my land in Puerto Rico.
Okay. And how soon do you want to have this sold and be on your way to Puerto Rico?
Well, if it be sale it, it be quick sale, I'm leaving, but I got land in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
I don't have a problem in the island.
All right. So how much money are you going to need to get yourself to Puerto Rico?
Well, I need to found you found it better to me how much you owe.
What's
The
that?
house. You be in better shape to found how much I owe.
You want me to find out how much you owe?
Yeah, if you.
Well,
But
is what I can see from tax records. Is it saying that the current loan amount is somewhere around 170,000?
But I'm paying in the mortgage. I'm paying the taxes every year. And the insurance together. Okay, my payment will be $1,300 per month.
Okay.
But I'm be there almost 7 years.
Oh, okay.
That might confuse I don't know how much I'm paying interest. The first year it be only interest.
Right. Well, okay. Well, let me ask you this. Do you have an idea of how much you want to get for the property?
No. Honest, no.
Okay.
Okay, honest, no, but it depends how much I owe.
All right.
And right now I'm being in my job. I'm in Atlanta. That's it.
You're in Atlanta right now?
Yep.
Oh, shoot. Okay. So, how about this? Tonight, after work, you think you could maybe call your mortgage company and figure out how much you owe?
That's the problem I have. I'm being a truck driver.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, when he finish here, I'm going to pick it up below. And then the paper for the mortgage and everything will be in home.
Okay. So when will you be back home?
I'm expecting be in 3 more days.
3 more days. Okay. So, do you think that I should just give you a call back in 3 days and we can talk about it?
Yeah.
All right.
It'll be perfect.
Okay. All right.
I'm trying to do my best and found that, like that I'm finished with this shopper on my life.
Yeah. Well, shoot, man. Yeah, let's look. I'll look at this. I'll get you the best price for the home. You can be on your way back to Puerto Rico. Post up at the beach, all right?
Oh, yeah. It's in the front to the beach, my property in Puerto Rico.
Shoot, man. You got to shoot me that address. Let's hang out, you and me. Once I buy this house from you and give you a bunch of money.
Well, I got the one house in the San Juan.
What's that?
You know what the San Juan is?
Old San Juan?
Yeah, the old city.
I've never been there before.
Oh.
How is it?
Beautiful Spain style.
Okay. You're talking my language.
Yeah, okay. But that my baby.
All right.
I'm born to all my brothers. I'm by the park, and I'm taking the whole house for me in the front of the beach.
Man, that sounds quite nice. Sounds like you deserve it.
Well, let me call. I call you in 3 days.
All right. If I don't hear from you, I'm going to call you.
Alrighty.
All right. We'll talk to you in 3 days.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. What day is it going to be in 3 days? This right here. This I like to see. This I like to see. That guy was a chiller. I like that guy. All right.
Also, you make a point of building rapport with all these people, even though you know it's not a right now thing. Like, I guarantee between our call, like the podcast we did a week and a half ago, and between today and the calls you've already done, like, I'm sure in the next week you're going to have like 4 people calling you. Just because you're memorable. Like, the conversation is memorable for these guys.
Well, that's why I feel like I made a video about this. I think it's so important to like be yourself, and especially like, so for me, I'm a little bit, I'm more risque. Like, I'm gonna make some more sort of like, off-color jokes. Now, it's not gonna hit home with everybody, but the people that it does, they're gonna like me more. They're gonna resonate with me more. And I feel like that's where it's just, you got to play into your personality a little bit when you get on the phone with people.
Yeah. Even your comment when they ask how much you're willing to pay, and your response is as little as possible. Like, just being completely transparent, saying it in a joking way. Like, they know you're not screwing around.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're here, you're on their side, but obviously you have a business to run too. You're looking to make some profit.
Either way, I think that that's a very good lead. I think somebody, first of all, anytime I've ever had truck drivers, like I don't know how many contracts I've gotten signed by people that are truck drivers. They like pull off on the side of the road, like the thing, and are doing DocuSign. Something about it, I got good luck with them. So anytime I hear that, I like it. And then also just this part of Texas, this is going to be a very nice, so this property is built when? 1990. That's like money because all of the major mechanicals and stuff are going to be good. It's just going to be an interior remodel and it's going to be very light at that. Assuming that he hasn't trashed his place, but he's a truck driver, so he's probably not even there a lot.
Yeah, must be the trucker hat.
It could be. It could be that. Yes, guys, LeadZolo can provide leads across the nation. Is this campaign nationwide? Yes. Looks like all the leads that are coming in are in like Texas and Florida, though. No, we got some New York, Michigan, California, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Oklahoma, Kentucky, Oklahoma, Georgia. We're all over the place.
Yeah, and I would say too, I think there's somebody in the chat mentioned a comment about that. Like, yeah, it's not kind of specific. It's nationwide. Anytime we do calls like these, they're kind of just the overflow leads.
Yeah.
So the person was mentioning they're getting like one a day. It's probably because you're in a small area that we don't have a lot of volume in.
Absolutely. Also, it depends on how many you buy. Are you kidding? Are you cherry picking? Absolutely not. I'm calling down a list right now. We got a list of leads and I'm just boom, 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 boom. Guys, I don't care. I don't prejudge a lead at all. All I want to know is what's your number, what's your first name, and give me the address. And I'm not going to look at the address until you pick up the phone. What's up, Corey? How we doing? We making that money? Dude, if I'm living, breathing, money is being made, man. That's how it's got to be. Where in Texas was that house? Wiley, Texas. If I have a lead on the website, how do I know they haven't been called 1,000 times? What do you mean? Braille, are you talking about a LeadZolo lead? Also, Drew, did you notice I got my LeadZolo shirt on today?
Yeah, I love it.
It's a big day.
I feel bad I'm nowhere in mine.
Oh, man. Come on. You do have the sick LeadZolo neon sign, though. And the ClickFunnels award underneath it. That's gangster. All right. I just signed up with LeadZolo, $250 pay per lead, and they are running a promo now. You guys better get on it.
Let's go.
I don't know. I've been working with LeadZolo for a long time. I've been using their leads for a long time. They are not the kind to be running promos very often.
That's true.
What's the drink you have? This is a sparkling water, peach flavored. Why don't VAs close on the deals themselves? They do. How do I become a closing monster? Same as anything. You practice, right? You do exactly what you need to be doing. Look, let me tell you right now. Let me break it down for you. If you start to treat sales like a professional athlete treats their job, you will get good, right? Tom Brady, he's working out. What is working out in sales? It's watching videos. You're learning. You're reading books. You're watching other people do it. It's doing the thing, right? He's practicing. He's playing in games. You need to be doing it. You need to be focusing on doing it at the best of your abilities. Here's something I'm going to tell you guys. One thing that really helped me get good at this was I started just going live when I was doing it. And I know when I have people watching, it forces me to do my best. And then third thing, Tom Brady is watching every single game he plays after the fact. He's looking, hey, what did I do good? What did I do bad? Guys, it's not something I do very much anymore. Actually, never mind, I'm forced to because I post my own videos of me doing it. And I see myself doing it. And to this day, I catch myself. I'm like, why did I say that? Why did I go down that path? Why didn't I say this? There's so many things I'll find in myself just by listening back to my calls. Now, especially when I was getting started and I was a lot worse at it, I was listening to like every single call, right? Listening to my calls on the way to the office and on my way home from the office. I was like, okay, what am I doing right? What am I doing badly? And I caught things, right? And it allowed me to improve. All right. 10,000 hours to become an expert. Most people aren't willing to get there. That's absolutely right. Guys, let me show you something real quick. I want to show you guys something. This is a universal truth, okay? So, when it comes to anything in life, I'm I'm drawing a little graph for you guys. All right, look. Give me a sec. So we have on the y-axis money, and on the x-axis time. All right, you guys see? Look, you're gonna have a relationship of time and money like this. Okay? It's exponential. You guys know what that means? It's a parabola. Okay? So here's the deal: the more time you spend learning something, the more money you start to make. However, the results are exponential. So check this out. Let's say that time is 2 months. Let's say you spent 2 months. Okay, that is represented by this dotted line. If you spend 2 months, you're only making the same amount of money as a beginner did. Okay? Most people quit right here. They quit right here. Because they haven't seen the results of the money from the time they put in, but they've only put in 2 months. Here's 1 year. You're just now on the rise, okay? You're just now making more money than you were 2 months ago. All right? But look what happens when you get to 1.5 years. I need to put some fucking points on this graph so you guys can see. Right? Look at the jump from this 6 months versus this 6 months. It's massive, and it only gets bigger and bigger and bigger because you get incrementally better at the thing you're doing, okay? Here's what you need to take from that. You don't give up after 2 months. You only have 2 months experience. There are people like me who have been doing this for years, right? You're not all of a sudden going to be as good as me. But there are ways to shorten that time. And also, if you just keep at it, you're going to get along there with everybody else, right? I've never seen anybody determined to get good at something and literally put in the time to do it and then not get good at it, okay? It's just something. People know how to learn. But it's all predicated on the fact that you can't give up.
Yeah, I love to just add a really quick layer to that too, because you're speaking my language. It's exactly how I look at like entrepreneurialism as a whole, right? Like as entrepreneurs, we're looking for asymmetric compensation, right? We're looking into the future and planning that in the future I'm going to get paid way more for my time than I would be if I was in a linear growth phase, like if I was working in corporate or something. Mm-hmm. So a good example, like 7 or 8 years ago when I left my corporate job. When I left to go be an entrepreneur, I took a 50% pay cut to do that. And the first 3 years, I was making way less than I would be in corporate. And corporate's just going to have this linear progression, 3.5% every single year, so long as I hit my metrics and blah, blah, blah. Well, now, 7 years later, there's no way. I'm making way more money now than I would be if I still stayed on that path. And that's the trade-off. That's what we're all doing as entrepreneurs. Asymmetric compensation. We're willing to put in a lot of work for a little bit of compensation now, so that 10 years in the future we can do less work for a shit ton of compensation. And so exactly to Tyson's point, like you got to put in the time. Like there's no screwing around. When you're learning guitar, your fingers hurt, and you got to learn scales and you got to learn chords before you're out there playing Jimi Hendrix, right? Absolutely. So you just got to put in the time and know that the compensation will be asymmetric so long as you put in enough time.
Absolutely. And look, nothing in life worth having is going to be easy. Like exactly like you said, guys, in the beginning it sucks because you get paid in experience and knowledge rather than money. But all of that starts to compound later on, right? Dustin, bro, I love you, man. Good to see you. Dustin is my neighbor. All right. Do you need an LLC for this? No. All right. Let's get back to it. Enrique, another property in Texas. This property is in Bryan, Texas. How do you find buyers at first? Here's what I'm going to tell you. If you have a good real estate deal, finding buyers is easy.
Please leave your message for...
Where would you start for finding buyers? Go to YouTube, search Tyson Smith Cash Buyer Masterclass.
Please leave your...
Yo, Andrew Short, we have booked 8 contracts and closed 2 assignments from LeadZolo in 25 leads so far.
Let's go. Do you want to work in-house, Andrew? Holy cow.
Shit, you guys hear that? 8 contracts, 2 assignments already, 25 leads. They're closing 1 in 4 leads from LeadZolo. That's sad.
Andrew's the reason we're doubling prices tomorrow, apparently.
Yeah. You guys hear that? Yo, bro, can I use Google Voice for a dialer, business, or the free one? Yeah, you can. Not a dialer. I mean, you can use it as a VoIP, so you can make calls, with a different number. Absolutely. Okay, what do you think of wholesaling on-market properties? I don't do it at all. I don't like to do it. I don't like dealing with real estate agents. They're always asking for a lot of EMD. They don't want inspection periods. They mess things up. The seller is still having to pay commissions. Can you wholesale on-market properties? Absolutely. I don't do it. Okay. How do I motivate myself to take action? Logan, here's what I'm going to tell you, bro. Nobody can tell you how to do that except for yourself. One day, you're going to wake up and you are not going to like where your life's at. And you're either going to, that pain is either going to get you enough motivation to be willing to change, or you're going to live the same way forever. That's how it is, in my opinion. One day, I woke up and I hated my current situation. I hated not having money for things. I hated the way I looked. And I decided it was time to change. If it wasn't today, it was going to be never, okay? So, I did what I needed to do. Got my ass on YouTube, learned what to do. And instead of just learning, I started doing shit, right? I started making calls, messing up. But because I started taking those first steps forward, it's called inertia, right? Objects in motion tend to stay in motion. We kept going. Logan, I mean, it's time to cut the bullshit then, bro. If you've been learning for 4 years, you know more than enough. It's time to take some action. Get on the phone, make a call. Or 100. Okay, next. We got Robert in Westbrookville, New York. I love calling New Yorkers. They're very to the point, most often than not. More often than not. Yo, the Miller Group Jacks nailed it. Your life changes once you get sick of your own shit. Until then, nothing changes because it's comfortable.
Hello?
Hello, Robert?
Yes.
Robert, this is Tyson Smith with We Buy Homes Cash. I'm giving you a call because it looks like you submitted some information on our website about selling a property here in Westbrookville.
Yes.
Did I catch you at a bad time?
No, I was just curious to see what you guys are willing to offer.
Absolutely. Well, all we need is about 5 or 10 minutes to ask you some questions about the property, and then I'll be able to let you know either 1 of 2 things. 1, if we're interested in the property, how much we can pay for it, or 2, if we're not interested in the property, why, and then you'll never hear from me again.
You got it.
All right. So while I'm getting the property pulled up, can you just kind of catch me up to speed here? What's got you thinking about selling this place?
Sure. So I actually have some cash offers on the house now.
Okay.
I'm close to a contract with one, but he's kind of dragging his feet. He's in another country right now on vacation for the second time since we talked. So I also have 2 others. I have 1 full cash offer on the house as a backup. I wanted to see you guys keep popping up on my phone, so I figured let me see what's going on.
All right. Sounds like a plan. So are you currently living in this property?
I am. I'm living here.
All right. And
Me, my wife, and my daughter.
okay. And do you guys have an idea of where you're going to move to already?
Pennsylvania.
All right. And so in a perfect world, how soon would you want to have this place sold and you be on your way to Pennsylvania?
I would want to do it pretty quick. I actually own a property in Pennsylvania already.
All right. Okay. So we're talking like within the next 30 days?
Sure.
Perfect. Okay.
It is New York, so I understand a little bit longer.
All right. So I'm taking a look, and are these pictures I'm seeing on Zillow going to be a pretty accurate representation of what the property looks like?
Yes, pretty much. So you have some improvements that were done. The basement was repainted, so that ugly brown color that you're seeing is all that's all changed. It looks really nice and clean and white and refreshed. The outdoor has a screened-in pavilion. I don't know if that's on there, and I have I have an outdoor kitchen with a pizza oven. I don't know if that shows it on there.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. That looks fantastic.
Thank you. And there's also an overhead now over the kitchen. There's a not a gazebo, but
Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
I forget what it's called.
Oh, me too. I can't think of the word right now. But yeah,
what's that thing called? No, over the pergola. There you go.
Pergola. There we go. That's
it.
It's
a pergola with roll down shades, built over the outdoor kitchen.
All right. So where does my cash offer need to be for us to be competitive?
All right. So I have 2 cash offers right now. I'm actually going into contract, hopefully very soon, at 405. I have a full cash offer for 405. That's in the event this guy doesn't come through, and I got another offer with a pre-approval for 400.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. We got to save us some time here because all of them are going to have me smoked.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right. No problem.
Well, you mind if I check in like a month or so, and if we haven't done anything, we'll put together some numbers and.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and do that then.
You got it.
All right.
Thanks for calling back.
Hey, I appreciate you. Have a good day. All right.
No problem. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. I don't think that guy's fucking around. I can tell when some people are full of shit about offers they may or may not have. We're definitely going to follow up with him, but I'm nowhere close to a number that starts with a 4. That is for sure. But we definitely follow up with those. 100%. We need to call him again in 2 weeks. Hey, have you sold the property yet? What's it looking like? Now, whatever. Hopefully he does and he's selling for 400. But if not, then we throw our hat in the ring.
It's also interesting, too, because if he is full of shit, he's going to be calling you back tomorrow with a story about how everybody dropped out. And
Right. Something that, it's funny, this is something my dad taught me, is that when it comes to sales and doing this, it's kind of like courting a girl at the bar, right? It's funny because the more you pull away, you don't want them, the more they seem to want you if they're motivated, right? So with situations like that, we kind of are just pulling away, no, not interested, and then we'll see. Now, we still will follow up and check in, but yeah, I was not ready to ruin that relationship yet by telling him I'm going to pay him $250 for the house on a good day. We'll see. But his house is really nice. It's just I'm not seeing any comps, and it's kind of a smaller area in upstate New York that's going to be tougher to sell. So we really got to get it at a good price. Is Colorado a good market? Sure is. So are you buying the houses now for cash or still selling the contracts? Braille, we're doing both. This property I would be wholesaling. I don't have any desire to hold rental properties in New York. Okay, man, your guys' national leads are way better than what we get with property leads. Wonder how common this is with your guys' service. We typically get a bunch of rural properties. Tucker, I'm not going to, speak directly about any other thing. What I can say is if there's a PPL service out there, I've tried it. I certainly have. Look, I love LeadZolo. I've been working with them for a very long time, but I'm going to try everything, okay? And I have not found anything even close to as good as LeadZolo is. Okay, what's a good starter market? Florida, North Carolina, Georgia, Ohio. Have you done for sale by owner Zillow deals? I have, but now I'm at a point in my life where I have money to spend on marketing and I don't have to dig through that trash. Well, Tucker, you may want to give LeadZolo a shot, man. You might be surprised with what you'll find. Okay. Up next, Detroit, Michigan. I got some buyers in Detroit. Now, Detroit is spotty, right? There are definitely areas where I won't touch. But there are excellent areas as well where you'll sell a deal as soon as you get it in. So, Let's find out which one this is.
Hello, I'm unavailable to answer your call at this.
What the heck? Tips on acquisitions. I've been struggling to get a signed contract. Should I work on rapport, credibility, and sales skills? Yeah, it's kind of a mixture of all of them. But here's what I'm going to tell you is in the beginning, you're going to be bad at all of them. But while you're making the calls, you're going to incrementally get better at all of those things, right? But that's only going to happen with practice. But look, this is a numbers game, okay? The more people you talk to, the more offers you make. Every single offer you make is a fishing line that you throw out, okay? Now, you might not get a bite right now, but you need to think of this as like deep sea fishing. We want to have like 19 poles out there because that's just going to increase our chances of getting that first deal. My dog's barking. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Okay. If I can find a good contract deal, would you buy it from me, or where's the best place to find a buy? I'll certainly help you sell it, but if you want me to buy it, it's got to be in specific markets. Think red states, good landlord laws, and then like around a $250,000 ARV. Do you have an API set up with CRM? When the lead comes in from LeadZolo, does it go to a CRM and drip campaign with autoresponder, or do you just call within 60 seconds and follow up daily, weekly? Yes, the Miller Group. I use RE Simply. We get a lead. It automatically comes in. It's put on a drip sequence for the first 10 days where they're getting texts, calls, emails every single day for that first 10 days until we get them on the phone. And then we move them along to wherever stage in the pipeline, depending on the lead and how that conversation goes. Is Arizona a good starter market? Yes and no. Arizona is a very competitive market, but it's competitive for a reason. It's because there's a lot of deals and a lot of buyers. But I started in Arizona, you know. Okay, Detroit is Jerry Norton territory. I think everywhere is Jerry Norton territory. Miller Group, it's RE Simply, but with an I at the end. There's a link to it in the description of this YouTube live. Okay, when was your last deal? Guys, I got a deal. Actually, we just finished up on a lease option. Kind of a crazy-ass deal. I'm going to make a video about it because there's a lot of moving parts once it's fully closed. But it's a really cool deal. We're going to be cash flowing like $1,000 a month on it. We're going to make, after all said and done, probably only like $7 or $8 grand. But, all right, one sec. Gamble, come here, buddy. All right. Okay, here's what we're talking about. We got a property here in California. It's a foreclosure. They've owned it for between 15 and 30 years.
Hello.
Hello, Patrick.
Yep.
Hey, Patrick, this is Tyson with We Buy Homes Cash. I'm giving you a call today because it looks like you filled out some information on my website about selling a property over here on Via Vista.
Correct.
Did I catch you at a good time?
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Well, what I'd like to do is take about 5 or 10 minutes to ask you some questions about the property, and after that, one of two things will happen. Either we're going to have a cash offer for you, or we're not interested in the property for whatever reason, and we'll let you know why, and you'll never hear from me again.
Okay.
So I'm getting the property pulled up right now. While I am, can you kind of catch me up to speed here? What's got you looking at selling this place?
Oh, it's time for me to go.
Yeah?
Yep.
Where are you looking at going to?
I have some other real estate, so I haven't decided. I might buy another house. I don't know what I'm going to do exactly.
Okay. Is it something that you're looking to have sold and be out of in like 30 days, or is this going to be something you're looking for a little bit more time?
Nope, about 30 days. Maybe just a little bit more than that, but about 30 days.
Okay. So I've got the listing pulled up. Beautiful property. It looks like it's been on the market for about a month and a half. Have you been getting a lot of offers yet?
Not offers, no. Just one, and then they backed out because they felt like they were getting in over their head as far as money. And then just a couple other people needing to sell something first and needing to just a bunch of nonsense. No really good offers that I would accept. No.
Okay, that makes sense. So the way we work, and I'm sure you heard this before, we buy the property cash, we buy it as is, we cover the closing costs. With that being said, we're definitely going to have to come in under what you have it listed at.
Of course.
So is that something where you still want to kind of figure out what that offer is going to be, or if you can't sell it for 1.2, then?
Oh no! I need it. I need an offer. I need some action. I already. If it was going to sell for 1.2, it'd be gone.
All right. You are a lot more reasonable than a lot of the people I speak with. Okay.
Just a realist.
Same here. So is there anything wrong with any of the major mechanicals of the property? Things like the roof, foundation, air conditioning unit, electrical, plumbing, anything like that?
None of that.
All right. And then outside of that, any repairs you can think of that might be needed?
No, nothing. Nope, nothing that's like gonna stop you from doing whatever you want to do or whoever. You know what I mean? Because everybody's got their little own ideas.
Okay. All right. So I'm taking a look. It looks great. I mean, cabinets everywhere, great. Granite. Pool is all in good condition?
Pool's awesome.
Okay. And then, was that deck on the property when you bought it, or did you, have you done anything with that?
It's been done.
Okay.
But it was done a long time ago, bro. I mean, it's one of those things that someone might want to do some more work to or something, but it's no big issue.
Okay. And then there haven't been, you didn't make any additions or anything like that, did you?
Any what?
Additions?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, I believe that's everything I need. Let me go ahead, take this on over to my underwriters. They'll let me know what we can offer. I'll give you a call back. All right?
Perfect.
All right. Awesome. Well, I appreciate your time, Patrick. Let me go ahead and do this, and you'll be hearing from me in about 10 minutes.
No worries.
All right. Talk to you soon. What a chiller.
Yeah, super chill. So how do you comp this California listed at 1.2?
Yeah, we're about to find that out. So for everybody watching on TikTok, by the way, guys, I am live on YouTube. If you want to see the properties I'm looking at, exactly how I figure out how much I can offer, everything like that, head on over to YouTube because you can see my screen. So the property is listed for 1.2 million. It's a 4 bedrooms, 3 bath, 2,700 square feet property, beautiful view, fantastic driveway, and also whoever the real estate photographer is doing a great job. However, as he just said, he's not getting offers. It's listed for too much. So and also I've already primed him. He knows that we're going to be coming in less than what he's asking. Looks like we have a property that sold for $825,000. It's a 4,000 square foot property. We don't have any pictures. It's 5 bedroom, perfect fixer upper. Okay, so it's probably... Okay, so this is something to note. So we have a 4,000 square foot property nearby that sold for $825K. And it was, okay, they had it listed for $925. Okay, this property, they literally had it listed for $1.2 million. They changed it to $925 and ended up taking $825 for it. So it sold at $206 a square foot. Now, from the description, I haven't actually seen, before we do this, I want to see if I can find photos of this property.
I just want to interject real quick to address something in the chat. Yeah, so I know that there's a common theory that people think when we do things live that Tyson gets to cherry pick leads that he wants. This is like literally the best example of this. Tyson's literally getting our overflow leads. So we do not sell MLS listed leads to our clients. We filter them out. And so Tyson's literally kind of getting dealt some MLS listed leads here that if you're a client of ours, we would just credit you back if you were to ever receive them. So just again, to reiterate that Tyson's literally just working overflow right now and is able to get a ton of luck, not luck, but doing a really good job with some low quality leads. So, well,
here's the thing is one thing that you're going to get with LeadZolo, and this is something that me and Drew have talked about, is no matter what, their systems, whatever they got going on, the way they're doing their marketing, it is so dialed in that to the point of every single lead they send, it has one thing that is super important, and that's that every single person I talk to has a house they want to sell. Okay, now that might seem obvious, but if you ever ran your own ads or tried other lead services, you'll find that there are people who click things and have a house that they don't want to sell or don't have a house or are looking to rent a property or things like that. And here's the deal. Every single person wants to sell, and that's all I care about in a lead. Is if you want to sell your house, I don't care if it's for above market value, you want retail, whatever it is. If you want to sell, I want to get in an at-bat with you, right? I want to be able to take a crack at it. So, guys, I found that property that sold. Now, this is obviously way more dated than the property we're looking at. So this sold. This is the one. It's 4,000 square feet. It sold for $825. It was listed at 1.2. It's a nice, house, whatever, but it definitely needs some updates for today's standards. And it's a lot bigger than ours, but that is good to know. But I want to see what some of these more expensive ones. So this sold for $1.9 million. Pool, also 4,000 square feet. Okay, here we go. 4.4, 3,100. This must be a new build. Where is the year built? Okay, yes, it's a new build, 3,100 square feet, and it sold for 1.2. So ARV on this property is probably 1.2 million. The question is, what are we gonna have to do to the property to make it be worth 1.2? So this is a slightly bigger house. Also pretty dated. I would say that his house is nicer than this one on the inside. Wait, what do I got here? How long am I looking back? 12 months? Let's bump this to 6. There's another 1.2. Also dated. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Well, either way, I feel like I would have an easy time convincing a buyer that it'll sell for 1.2 million. The question, however, is how much am I going to have to spend on repairs? Because honestly, this property is not going to need a ton. So if we're looking at this right now, the paint, everything on the outside, it's got great curb appeal. I don't think anything needs to be done there. I think an investor is going to come in and number one, they're going to change the countertops. All right, so look, flooring is going to be redone for sure because this is fucking weird. So you're going to do flooring, probably get rid of this. And then I want you guys to notice the countertops. I think there's a better picture. Yeah. See this? This old wood and this like grainy, like these cabinets are all good. These can stay, these appliances can stay more than likely, but you're definitely gonna rip out these countertops and put in some new quartz or new granite, something, a little bit more in the white grayscale theme, and definitely need to redo the floors. So just for flooring and paint on a property that is, wait, what was this, 2,800 square feet? 2,700 square feet. We're at 40 grand for floors and paint, and then we'll say another 15 grand for countertops. 55,000. On a $1.2 million house, you're definitely gonna wanna walk away with over 100 grand. That puts our offer at 916.
And let me just ask just really quick, because like this is not like I don't do what you do every single day. You're listing this stuff off like it's the back of your hand, how much this stuff's gonna cost. Do you like teach this in like the free training, the description, and in your course, like how you like kind of estimate the painting and the counters, all that stuff? Yeah, absolutely. So when it comes to estimating repairs, it was something I was really worried about when I first got started, because I was like, dude, I've never flipped a house. I don't know how much this shit costs. And here's the deal. We don't need to be exact over here. It's horseshoes and hand grenades, right? We're trying to get close. So the way we do that is with this calculator, as you can see, I have some basis of like kind of what, some different repairs are going to cost. And then other stuff I've learned over time, right? But I'm kind of just ballparking stuff, and the goal is kind of to include a little bit overestimate rather than underestimate. But when it comes to this, we're just looking at it all from a per square foot formulas, right? So I know that to fully remodel a house, meaning
everything on the inside, make it look nice, right? Make it look like any of the remodeled houses you see. Now we're lucky because they're all like the exact same. It's that white and gray look. That costs about $45 a square foot. Now these things vary because when you have more square footage, obviously you don't put a bunch more into the kitchen or things like that. But things like flooring and paint moves in proportion to square footage. But to answer your question, Drew, when it comes to underwriting and actually valuing a property, that's one of the hardest parts for beginners. And that's why inside our program, like inside my Inner Circle program, we help underwrite every single deal you need. So if you find a deal, you know somebody wants to sell, you're not sure how much to offer, if you're a part of my Inner Circle, you go ahead, we have a place, you post the deal, and we're gonna get to you right away with a Loom video of exactly what I'm doing right now. I have coaches who come in, they'll do a Loom video and they'll show you, okay, look, here's the property, here are the comps, here's how we do our repairs based on what we think ARV to be, here's our repairs, here's how much you need to do for investor profit, here's your dispo price, here's your MAO. So we help with all of that, but when it comes to doing this, the comping, the repairs, the underwriting, it's more of an art than it is a science. Now there are some rules we have to follow when it comes to comps, right? Like that is where we can get a little bit scientific. Like we have a whole, let me show you guys. We have a whole sheet of comp rules where it's like, here's how here's what we can use for a comp and all things like that. Let me go ahead and pull this up real quick for you guys so you guys can see it. So we have a whole thing showing you exactly how to find comps, everything you need to look out for, how you make adjustments based on different things. Like, hey, does this back commercial? If it does, that's gonna affect the value. Is this property up against a main road? That's gonna affect value. What if we're looking at a comp that has an additional bedroom? How does that affect that value? What about bathrooms? What about a pool? What about garage, right? All of this stuff that we're looking at, and plus, videos on how to do it all yourself, everything like that. But very importantly is, once you're in my community, in my program, we're gonna help you value every single deal so that you know that you're confident in your numbers, you're confident in the offer you're making, everything like that.
That's cool. I asked a simple question and you whipped out a pre-made checklist. That was
Dude, we
right
got
on
it.
point.
We got it. Here's the thing is, right, once I started coaching people, I take note of what are the most commonly asked questions. What do people need help with? And then I build resources as I've seen. But I've been doing this now for, probably over a year. And now we have a massive database of what it is we're looking at. All right. So like I said, these are our numbers. I feel pretty confident about this. It is going to be a lighter remodel. I mean, $55,000 on a $1.2 million house. Like that's a super cheap remodel. But honestly, that's all I think it is. And I think you put 55 grand into it, you'll be able to sell it for 1.2. And you stand to make 120 grand if you do at these numbers. So I think that this is a deal I could sell. I want to pick it up for about 900, and then we're going to be looking to sell it for around 930, 940, something like that. How much is the program? Guys, if you guys are interested in the one-on-one program, if you're on YouTube, there's a link in the description for the application. Go ahead there. If you're on TikTok, you'll go to the link in my bio, click the button that says free training, watch the training, and then it'll give you instructions on how to apply for the one-on-one. We have, I think, 2 more spots open for this month, so they will fill up quickly. We also just sent out an email about it last night, so they might already be filled up. I'm not sure. But if they aren't, go watch the training. Go ahead and apply. Okay, Lawrence just closed another deal. Dude, that's awesome. Okay. So let's give this guy a call. Let's give him the news. Hello, Patrick.
Yes.
Hey, this is Tyson again with We Buy Homes Cash.
What's up, Tyson?
All right, so I just got back from the underwriter's office, and here's what we found. The property was approved to be purchased. So what that includes is we'd be buying the property as is. We're paying all the closing costs. If you are able to get out of the listing agreement with your realtor, since you found me independently of them, then you wouldn't have to pay realtor fees. But for our offer for the property as is condition, Our offer for the property is going to be $904,740.
Right. Okay. Right on. How long is that good for?
So as we make our offers, they're good until we spend the money on something else. So.
Gotcha. Okay. I appreciate your time.
Cool. So is this something that you're going to want to call me back on, or?
Probably not at that price, no.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, totally makes sense. Again, it's probably not your plan A, plan B, or plan C, but it could be a plan D for you.
There you go. I'm thinking the same.
All right. Well, go ahead, save my number. Again, my name's Tyson, and if anything comes up, go ahead and give me a call, all right?
I appreciate it. Right on. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, Patrick. Take care. That right there is a good fucking fishing line, okay? Good fishing line. Now, I want you guys to notice something. I just offered him $300,000 less than what he has the property listed for, okay? Now, that right there, that lead, that is, so the way I've always done my wholesale business is I'm always looking for easy base hits, right? These are $10,000 to $15,000 deals, right? That, you know, whatever, we're closing those. That pays everything, keeps the lights on, pays for everything else, my lifestyle bills, everything like that, right? You do fucking, you know, 5 or 6, 10, 15K deals a month, you're living pretty good. But all the time, I'm always wanting at least one kind of big deal, one sort of home run in the works. That right there would be that home run that we're constantly following up on, seeing what we could do. Something I might do in a situation like this, especially, is give him, right, a guy like this, give him, you know, a couple days, maybe call him on Sunday, and I'm going to say, hey, how are things going? Have you thought about our offer? See where he's at, right? Kind of get a temperature. And if it feels like he's leaning towards like, oh, fuck, this might be something I have to take, at that point, I'm going to start calling some buyers I know in California, and I'm going to bring them the deal. I'm going to say, hey, I don't have this under contract, but I do have a property. It's in this part of town. It's worth $1.2 million. All you're going to need to do is redo the flooring, redo the paint, throw in some new countertops, and you're going to be ready to go. Do you have an idea of exactly where you'd want to be on a property like that? Then I can get a hard number, so more hard, right? Obviously, they're going to need to see the property eventually and everything like that, and that can change things. But more often than not, they know where they need to be, and then I know exactly, and that allows me to kind of up my price if need be, something like that. But also, notice, guys, I started, what did I offer him? 904? 904, 740. I need to write that down because I gave myself room, right? My MAO is 916. Now, I can probably go more than that too, but I probably have like $20,000 of leeway that I can come up if that's something that needs to be done. But who knows? I might talk to somebody and they might be like, oh yeah, you know, we'd buy something like that for, you know, $1 million, right? Now we have a lot of room. Okay, I've gotten 6 deals without buying anybody's course. I just use the free stuff on YouTube, but I don't knock anybody's hustle. Good job. Yo, Love Live Nick, I'm going to tell everybody right now, you do not need to buy a course. You do not need to buy a mentorship. You do not need to buy a program to be successful in this. You absolutely can do all of it on YouTube U, right? YouTube, my channel alone has enough free stuff for you easily to go kill it, go be making 40, 50 grand a month wholesaling real estate. Absolutely. However, it's a lot easier if you can get one-on-one personal help and somebody to show you exactly, hey, here's what you need to do. Watch these videos. Go do this. Call these people. Here, I actually have all the people you need to call for. You don't even have to spend money on leads. If you have something like that, it can make it a whole lot easier. But is it completely possible to do it all on your own without investing in a course? Absolutely it is, right? It's just whether you want to take the stairs or the elevator. All right. If he accepted, how much could have you made? I would have started to sell that property. My opening price would have been $999. I would have started to sell it at $1 million and slowly crept down. Right? I always overshoot. I want to get offers in, see where we're at, but that's selling all day for 930 grand. So at minimum 30K. But that could very well be a $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 deal. Okay. Colin, yo, Colin, I know you're in here. Did 75K first month, 100K second month after joining Tyson's group. Well, Colin, you're a beast. Yeah, Colin joined, and now he is just absolutely, he's going to be the next kingpin of St. Louis, dude. He's going to own every single thing in that city. All right, how much money do I have to get started? You can get started with $0. Now, with anything in life, having money makes things a lot easier because there's some tools you can get, things that can help you out. If I were to get started, I'd work at McDonald's, I'd save up $1,000, and then I'd be able to get moving. But if you have more than that, it can make things a lot easier. On LeadZolo, can you choose where you want their leads? Yeah, Drew, do you want to talk about how people pick where they want their leads and anything like that on LeadZolo?
Yeah, absolutely. If you're into virtual wholesaling, you can just pick nationwide leads and get them everywhere like Tyson's getting. But if you have like specific counties that you work in, you could pick one county. Now your volume might be pretty low because you have such a very small area that you're picking, but you can pick one county, you can pick 10 counties, whatever you want.
There you go. And also, for somebody just said, hey, Colin, show me the pay stubs and I'll quit my job right now and work for you. Guys, Colin, I believe, absolutely is looking for people to work for him. So if you guys want to work for somebody who is making serious moves, right, is coming up on the wholesale game, crushing the real estate game, I would 100% shoot him a DM right now. All right, what's the best deal you've ever gotten? $159,000. It was in Eureka, California. And you know what? Let me look that deal up. So this deal, I actually bought it. I moved some money around and I bought it cash, not even hard money, anything like that. And then I just relisted on the market and sold it within a week. What is the, I think I remember the address. Let's see if we can pull up, because I haven't checked on what the buyer actually did with this property. No, I don't remember. I'd have to go find it. Okay. Okay, how does it work if the buyer wants to visit the property, but you wholesale virtually? All right, so Gabs, let me walk you through this. Let's say I buy that property in California. I'm here in Arizona. I'm not going to California. Right? Here's what I'm going to do. So he accepts my offer. He says, all right, $904,740, that works. I'm going to send him the contract to buy the house on DocuSign. After he signs the contract, I'm going to say, perfect. Is what I'm going to need to do. Well, actually, he already has photos because the property's listed. So now is what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach out to my network of buyers. I'm going to say, hey, I got a property worth $1.2 million, super light rehab needed. I'm selling it right now for $980,000, whatever. Then as people are interested, they're going to want to go see the property. Once I have somebody that's interested, I've vetted them, meaning I've talked to them and I know that they're for real. I'm going to call up Patrick and I'm going to say, hey, Patrick, one of my financial partners needs to come walk the property, make sure everything's fine. When is a good time that's going to work for you, morning or afternoons? Mornings? Okay, how about tomorrow morning? Perfect. I'm going to call up the buyer. I'm going to say, yep, I can get you in the property tomorrow morning. Now, when you're there, obviously I'm wholesaling this deal. So if the seller asks you anything, just direct the question, say, hey, go ahead and call Tyson. He'll take care of that. And he says, all right, perfect. Look, they've all done this before. They know what they're doing. And then I'm going to call Patrick. I'm going to say, Patrick, my financial partners come in tomorrow morning, this time. Quick little walkthrough, just needs to see the property. And by the way, while he's here, if he asks you any questions, just tell him, hey, take him to me. Just ask Tyson, because you don't want to say anything that's going to jeopardize this deal. Money. We tell both of them to just refer him back to me. Now, people are also worried, well, what if they just go and they say, hey, he's wholesaling it, I can just buy it from you. I'll pay you $900 whatever and try and cut you out. I have a legally binding contract. Now, if the seller signs another contract with somebody while they already have a contract with me, they're committing what's called fraud. And that's a very easy lawsuit to win. If the buyer tries to convince the seller to sign another contract, they're doing what's called tortious interference of a contract. That's also very illegal and a very easy lawsuit to win. Have I ever had to do that? No, because the threat is normally enough. How many buyers do you allow to walk the property before it's too much for the seller and make it feel like a walkthrough? I don't know. I'll have as many as I possibly can. I don't know. You just got to feel out the seller. Some sellers get pissed off about it. Here's the deal. My philosophy with wholesaling is I'm not trying to maximize every single deal. I want to turn and burn. The moment I have an offer that's profitable that I know that person can close, I'm taking that. I'm not going to go try and get an extra $5,000 on every single deal. Now, is that something that I probably could do better on and figure out different ways too? Yes. Is this something we're working on? Absolutely. But I'm trying to turn and burn. As soon as I have somebody ready that's profitable, boom, send an assignment, get your EMD in, let's go, it's yours. Can you wholesale on the MLS? Yes, you can. I don't. All right, who's next? Perfect. Melinda in Miami, Oklahoma. Yes, LeadZolo is in the bio, Kyla.
Please leave your message for...
How quickly do buyers start yes or no to your deal after seeing the property? Like right after. Like they will call you leaving the property and it's either, hey, yeah, this is something we want, or no. Because you have to realize the whole premise of wholesaling real estate is selling good real estate deals. Buying good real estate deals is very competitive. So when I have a good deal, it's not like I have one buyer interested. I typically have like 3 or 4. And it's very easy to start pitting them against each other. They call, they're like, hey, look, this is something I'm interested in. Let me go back to the office, check with my partner, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, no problem. I got another guy coming, and whoever accepts at my price and gets the MD in first gets it, but go do what you need to do, right? Like, then all of a sudden, like, oh, no, well, here, I'll give you an extra $5,000, whatever, right? They want it. Like, they want the deal. It's money for them. It's like, hey, let me give you this house with a bunch of built-in equity. Like, they want it. Like, it's like selling drugs in a trailer park, all right? It's easy. Like, when you have a good real estate deal, it moves. Now, not every single deal you're going to get is a home run real estate deal, and sometimes you have to work a little bit harder. But if you do your job right, it's easy. All right, what is LeadZolo and is it good? LeadZolo is a website All right. LeadZolo is a website that sells leads for real estate investors, okay? So basically, the owners of LeadZolo are very good at marketing for people who need to sell their house fast. So they run digital ads all over the internet targeting people who are in some kind of situation that need to sell their house fast, okay? They collect that lead and then they sell it to people like myself who then call them, buy them, and wholesale them and make a bunch of money. All right. So if you're a wholesaler, if you're a real estate investor, if you're a fix and flipper, if you're looking to buy Airbnbs, you're looking to buy Section 8 houses, whatever it is, you allow LeadZolo to do the marketing for you, and then all you have to worry about is closing deals, and you don't have to dick around with learning how to run YouTube ads or whatever it is, right? How many leads do you call to sign one? My average on LeadZolo, so look, it's not every single call, but let's just look at it from a lead standpoint. On average, I only need about 10 LeadZolo leads to get a property under contract. Now, there was somebody earlier, Anthony, he's gotten 25 leads from LeadZolo, and that was 8 contracts, and he already has 2 of them assigned. All right, do you have to buy them in bulk? Drew, what's the...
Yeah, you don't have to. Right now we do have a deal going on, so I encourage you to go book a call. If you buy more, you get a better price. That's kind of the way it works. But you don't have to. You can also buy a single lead if that's what you want to do. I wouldn't recommend it because, like Tyson said, what's one conversation really going to do for you? Like, I'd wait until you can afford to buy 10 leads or 15 leads to really give yourself a good fair chance of getting that first contract.
Yeah, and I agree. I think that I would start at minimum with 10, but really you should be looking to get 20 or 30 minimum.
Yeah,
that's my opinion. Okay. What is the pricing like? Go ahead, click the link in my bio, because it all varies. Depends on what you're doing, where you're getting the leads, everything like that. Click the link in my bio. click the one that says LeadZolo and go book a call with them. And then they'll run you through all of this stuff in a better way than I can. I can see RJ Bates, he calls tens of leads and they don't answer the phone. Trust me, RJ knows what he's doing. And it depends on what leads he's calling too.
Yeah, RJ with our leads is getting like 1 in 7 to a contract and he did that over a 50-50-50, so 50 days straight. It was a data set of over 2,000 leads, and he was 1 to 7 to contract. So, yeah.
Just to clarify, so guys, if you guys don't know, RJ was one of my mentors, still is, right? He has taught me a lot about wholesaling real estate. Okay, in fact, I was his first one-on-one student. Now, he is far and away the best real estate closer I've ever seen. He's better than I am, okay? And that's hard for me to say. But he's fucking good. And he did a challenge where over 50 days, he tried to see how many contracts he could get in all 50 states. And he murdered it, got like 100 something.
It was like over 100, yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, like, dude went and made fucking couple $1 million in 50 days, right? So, and it was all using LeadZolo Leads. And like Drew said, over the entire data set, like they got a ton of data from that, he was closing 1 in 7 leads. Every 7 leads he got was a contract. Can you explain?
And that was nationwide too, to just try to address that before it comes up. Like, RJ was working leads from like Casper, Wyoming, and like just all over the place. So,
Absolutely. How much is one lead? It completely depends. Guys, if you guys are interested in looking at the pricing, all things like that, it just depends. Like, there's no easy answer. You just need to go, click the thing, book a call with them. I'm telling you, it will be worth your while. Yes, Turkey, that's an uncontrollable. Sometimes leads won't answer the phone. That's why you have to give yourself more shots. You called them multiple times, right? It's not like, oh, they didn't answer the phone, that lead's done. Guys, every single lead that comes in my system, they get called and texted 3 times a day for 10 whole days. And then they're getting called and texted every single day, at least once a day, for another month after that. Like, not everybody picks up on the first time. All right, are you going to go live today on your class? I'm not doing a class today. I've gotten 3 leads from LeadZolo this week. All the numbers were wrong/disconnected. How to fix? Zach, you just need to reach out to them. Look, if anything, if you were done wrong in any way or the lead wasn't a lead, they're gonna help you out, okay? 10 days of hell. Yes, exactly like Eric Klein says, the 10 days of hell. Okay. Baton Rouge, inherited property. This is what I am talking about. Baton Rouge, awesome market, inherited, love to see it. All right, what is your name? Sharon. Auto leads or LeadZolo? Both. Both, for sure. How much is LeadZolo paying you to promote? They're not paying me anything. The hat it's an Arizona Coyotes hat. I don't watch hockey, by the way. Fake fan. I just like the hat. I like the little cactus. All right, can you use any contract like yours? I get into legal trouble, or do I need to make my own and a lawyer? Lucas, I'm not an attorney. This is not legal advice. I had a contract written specifically for nationwide virtual wholesaling. I paid about $6,000 for it. I give away that contract absolutely for free. All you have to do, go to the link in my bio, click the button that says free contracts and scripts, and I'll send you both the purchase contract, the assignment contract, and I'll even throw in my sales script for free. All right, what licenses do I need to get started? Peyton, you don't need any license. I don't have any licenses, except for a license to be cool as hell. All right. Oh yeah, we need to redial this person.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Yo, what's up, Blaze and Jays? Good to see you, bro. What is a title company? Chilsa, think of a title company as a referee for real estate. So in a real estate transaction, the title company is like the third neutral party who makes sure that both sides follow the rules, right? They make sure that the seller can actually sell the house. They make sure that the mortgage is paid off. They make sure the buyer can actually buy the house. And they make sure that all the terms of the contract are done right, right? So if the buyer is supposed to pay all the closing costs, they make sure the buyer pays all the closing costs. However much money the seller is supposed to get, they make sure that all happens. And most importantly than all, they make sure that me, the wholesaler, gets paid. You heard of Richard Taylor on TikTok? I sure have. Richard's a great guy. How did you build your buyers list? Is there a good site to find them? It's Chaz Music. My buyers list was built over years of blood, sweat, and tears, and JVing and going on Facebook and looking at houses that have recently sold and calling them and Investor Lift and a million other things. Okay. So many doors waiting to be unlocked with my first deal. Just got to find the damn thing. Absolutely, David. But look, all it takes is small everyday actions, making calls every single day, and you'll get there, okay? All right, guys, we have 4 more leads left to call. 4 more leads. Let's find a deal in here. Okay, what do we got here? Lawton, Oklahoma. This guy's email is lit. I'm not going to say it, but it is. Let me just say the word werewolf is definitely in this. It's definitely in that email. Werewolf. Yo, Mason, what's up, bro? Mason, if you picked up wholesaling, I'm sure it would take you less than 3 days to get that first deal.
Please leave your message for...
John says, Mason, I've seen you before. If you're on TikTok, you've seen Mason.
Please leave your message for...
All right, 3 more, boys. Ooh, these are 2 commercial buildings. This could be interesting. So this one's in Moorhead, Kentucky. And by the way, there's no need to like freak out about commercial versus residential versus multifamily. All of it. Process is all the same.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 6. Your call has been forwarded.
All right, next one, also commercial property in Lexington, Oklahoma. Yo, Trill, now could be the perfect time to do it, man.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, Brian.
Yeah, this is Brian.
Hey, Brian, this is Tyson with We Buy Homes Cash. Looks like you filled out some information on my website about selling a property over on Broadway Street.
Yes, I did. Yes.
Awesome. Did I catch you at a good time?
Perfect time.
Right on. Well, what I wanted to do was ask you some questions about the property. That way we can see if it's something my company will be interested in buying. If it is, we'll have a cash offer for you in about 20 minutes. If not, we'll let you know why, and you'll never hear from me again. Sound good?
No. Sounds great.
All right. So I'm getting the property pulled up right now. While I am, can you kind of catch me up to speed here? What's got you looking at selling this place?
Why am I selling?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I bought a 12,000 square foot building. I've got an eBay business. I started in this little church, 3,300 square feet.
Yeah.
It was a wonderful place to work. I enjoyed it. It was right by the post office. I saved $150 on gas. I didn't have to go to the post office. It was just the most efficient, beautiful place to work in. I bought a building 5 years ago. I'm done with that building. I'm getting all this stuff up into my new building now, and I don't need that building anymore. And there's a lot of opportunity in my industry selling Volkswagen parts for the old VW Bugs. I just want to raise some money and go get some more inventory, and I need to fix my building that I have in. I'm about 5 miles away from there, so that's why I'm selling it. I don't really want to rent it because I can do more with the money, so to speak, than just rental. But I have had rental.
Okay. So were you using it for like warehousing? Hey, wait, I'm sorry, Brian. You're breaking up real bad. I couldn't hear anything there.
Oh, okay. Can you hear
Oh,
me now?
yep.
Okay. Yeah, I was just dry storage. I
Mhm.
sell B2B parts, and I boxed my things up in there. I was living there for 10 years, and I just took it over to the post office, and it was a real nice lot. I like being downtown. They had a beautiful park right across the street. It's about a 3-block park, basketball, gazebo, rides for the kids, and anybody who stopped by, we'd go over, goof off over there. It was a nice place, but I pretty much moved out of there 5 years ago. And so I don't need it anymore. And it was an old church. It's been a couple restaurants. It's been a secondhand store. It's been a community center. It's been a Methodist church. It's been a feed store, secondhand store. It could be pretty much anything you want. It's C1 retail, so it's commercial zone. You can live in it with or without a business. I talked to the city face to face 2 weeks ago just to make sure they knew I was living in it. It was fine. It's in a residential neighborhood. It's right on the road frontage. It's got 100 feet on Highway 39. 5,000 cars go there. Plenty of parking. 14,000 square foot lot. 8 inches of gravel all around it for the last 100 years. Everybody put gravel down. It's hard as a rock. I tried to rototill to make a garden. I couldn't even get through it. I drove Penske trucks around there. I've had semis come in there, drop trailers off. That's how I know they left the trailer there 3 weeks, and one of the legs broke through. And it was 8 inches of solid gravel and dirt, and then it was sand under that. Just sand. The bottom of a river or something. But it's an interesting building. It's got a very pretty ceiling in it, the ceiling tiles. I can email you pictures of it. It's on the multiple listing in Oklahoma. I put on multiple listing just to get it out there so people could see it. And I just painted it. The outside, we dug out some steps that have been buried 40 years, and we got underneath the building. And boy, I tell you, it has some massive 1 foot wide, 2 foot deep runners, 50 feet long, concrete, solid concrete, holding that floor. And that floor is straight. I mean, it is this building. The outside foundation has cracked a little bit, and the building tilts a little here and there. But boy, that floor is never going to go through. Those 2x12 joists are just solid. It's the old rough cut lumber. I would suggest the front 800 square foot of roof should be replaced and reframed. All the rest of the roof, I've done half the roof. It looks fine. The runners, what do they call them? The 2x6s for the roof, they look fine, but the front needs a roof job. It's not leaking, but it should be done in the near future. Beyond that, there really isn't anything critical that has to be done. The windows are all good. A lot of them are boarded up. We unboarded a couple of them. They open and shut. The wood's fine. It's not all rotted out. I was amazed at how they've been closed up for 25 years. I thought because they were broken or rotten, but they're perfect. I'm very glad I opened up those, and I'm glad I dug out. It took about 3 days to dig out 6 feet down the stairs. But boy, this building, man, when they built this, they built it to stay. I'm really impressed.
All right.
Yeah.
So based on that, how much are you looking to get for it?
Well, I'm just trying to get 120,000. It's got 3,300 square feet, like $30 a square foot for the building, and some money for the lot. But it's cheap storage. I don't know if you know Oklahoma, but man, it's hard to find a cheap place to rent. I looked for years. I was never able to move out of here. I wanted more room. I just couldn't afford to move out. I was paying like $800 a month. I couldn't replace it for less than $1,500 unless I moved about 50 miles away. But Oklahoma City is pretty much occupied. There's very little vacancy. In certain areas, and usually the landlords are such jerks. Nobody wants to rent from them. They get you in there cheap and keep jacking up the rent. They're known for that. Once you get a name for that, there'll be a rent from you. But It's good rental market. Or one lady came by, she's still thinking about making a house out of it. There's plenty of room to do that. She can just build her own walls. She's got 5 people she needs a house, but it can be pretty much anything. It's just 4 walls and a big ballroom.
Gotcha. So at what you're asking, I think $120,000 is going to be too rich for my blood. If we were to buy it from you as is, pay cash, we pay all the closing costs. Do you have any wiggle room on that number?
Yeah, I got some wiggle room. I mean, it would be a wonderful dry storage place, or like a wood shop working, or like just maybe 1 or 2 people, a nice place to work, kind of like how I was doing. But, you know, there's all sorts of options. That's just my opinion, you know what I mean? It's going to anything. But I'm open to offers. Yeah, I have a lot of opportunity ahead of me this summer to gather parts. I know people are throwing away a mass collection. I've known the guy for 22 years, and this is years going to throw it away. Man, I'm telling you, 10, 15 cents on a dollar, whatever they want. Because he's scrapping it. He's fell behind financially and lost a lot of money, and he's got to quit. If there's other people like that are close, my industry is it's kind of like what happened in Detroit. All of a sudden, houses went from 80,000 to 10,000. I heard they're back up to 40 now, but I have a very interesting opportunity in Volkswagen parts, and eBay, the mail order site's doing good, but I'm open to offers, and you're welcome to take a look at it. I can take other pictures. I have some pictures that I could email you if you're interested.
I found the listing, and I think this is giving me all the pictures I need. Is what I'm going to go ahead and do now is let me take this on over to my underwriter. They'll let me know how much we can offer, and I'll give you a call back, all right?
Okay, thanks a lot.
All right. Appreciate you, Brian. Talk to you soon.
We'll see.
All right. So this is a old church.
I was gonna ask, how do you comp a church?
This is where you kind of just got to make shit up. I mean, it's for sale for 120, so we know that we need to be like way lower than that. Honestly, I don't even know what the hell I'd do. Here's what I would do. If I get this property under contract, I'm going to post it on Facebook, in Facebook Marketplace in Lexington, Oklahoma. Not like in a Facebook group. I'm just going to go to Facebook Marketplace in Lexington, Oklahoma and post it there. But man, it's just, I don't even know what we would do, right? Now, you know, if my life depended on me making a deal out of this, is what I'm going to do is just start calling. I'm just going to skip trace this town, sort it by, median income or household income. And I'm just going to call the richest guys and I'd be like, hey, are you looking for some storage or something? Like, hey, are you looking for a place for a business? Whatever it is. But this is kind of a deal where I just don't think the juice is worth the squeeze. It's a weird property. I don't know who the buyer is. And really, the only way I think I'm getting a deal done here is if I also get him to sign an authorization to sign listing docs so I can list the property. But he already has the property listed. So that's just not a rabbit hole I want to go down. This is one I'm just going to pass from. Call him back. Hey, unfortunately, company's not really interested in buying it. We'd have to be just way too low. Not sure what we're going to do. But yeah, you'll run into some weird things like that. One time I was very close to wholesaling a church in Indiana. And I had a buyer and everything, but then the buyer backed out last minute. So didn't get it done. All right. Bring back the podcast. Dude, I miss doing the podcast so much. That was so much fun. I need to get a studio set up and start doing it again because I actually love doing it. Hey, Tyson, been following for a long time, but I see you're working sub 2. Yeah, man, I'm doing all kinds of sub 2 deals. Did you get the buyer's EMD? I did not. Can we see the hat? Yes, it's a Arizona Coyotes hat that I bought from some, I can't even remember the store, what it's called. I don't know. I don't watch hockey. I like the hat though. All right. Can you explain sub 2? I have YouTube videos for it. All right. What do you think? What do you do if you can't find a buyer? Do you tell the seller? Yeah, Alicia. I just call them up and I say, hey, unfortunately, we're unable to find a financial partner, so we're gonna have to terminate this transaction. Yeah, I like the cactus too, Cass. That's why I got it. All right, we got one more lead. Property in East Point, Georgia. Okay. Chase, I like it. I definitely like seller finance more than sub 2.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
All right, second time's a charm. Devin, LeadZolo is my highest converting marketing source. Meaning I need the least amount of leads to get a contract than any other source. I'm about 1 in 10 leads on LeadZolo.
Your call has been forwarded to...
All right, so real quick, let me explain sub 2 and seller finance for you. Subject 2 is, well, buying a property subject to the current mortgage, which is what sub 2 is generally means, is you are buying the property by taking over the existing mortgage without assuming it. So, Kyla, let's say that you have a property that you own and you just bought it. All right, you bought it 3 months ago. You paid $250,000 for it. You put 10% down, so you put $25,000 down. So you now have a mortgage for $225,000. But 3 months later, you get a job offer and you have to move across the country. Can you sell this house for $250,000? Maybe. But if you sell it for $250,000, you're going to be paying a lot of realtor fees, right? And you're probably going to walk away with no money. Alternatively, I could buy the house subject to from you, which means I become responsible for paying your mortgage. And let's just say I say, hey, I'll buy your house subject to, so I'll become responsible for paying your mortgage. And I'll give you $10,000 and I'll pay all the closing costs. So I pay the closing costs, $2,500. I give you $10K. I now have a house that I paid $12,500 all in for with a mortgage I didn't have to qualify for. I'm good. I'm in the house. Now, this works really well for buying houses that were purchased during 2019, 2020, 2021 when interest rates were super low because I can just take over somebody's 3-4% interest mortgage. Now, a seller finance deal is, let's say that you owned a property or you recently inherited a property from your grandma. And that property is entirely paid off. It's worth $200,000. I go to you and I say, hey, listen, your property's worth $200K, but how about I give you $225,000 for it? However, I'm not going to pay you all at once. I'm going to make monthly payments to you. Let me make a payment to you of $1,000 every single month until the property's paid off. I do that. You say, yeah, that's great. I'd rather the passive income rather than all the money at once. So boom, I'm paying you $1,000 a month. I become the owner of the house. That's kind of a example of a subject to versus seller finance. All right, guys. So we got honestly a ton of good leads from that. My one I'm most excited about is that $1.2 million house in California. We're gonna keep following up with that guy. But we also have that property in Ocala, Florida. That looks good. We definitely need to keep following up with the dude in Royce City, Texas. He's a little high on price, but he's definitely motivated. We got Robert, the property in Westbrook, New York. Again, he is also motivated. He has a lot of offers, but we're going to keep following up with that guy. So we definitely got some really good leads. I'm most excited about the one in California. That's going to be great. But yeah, look, LeadZolo, again, these are some of the best leads I've ever worked. If you guys are interested in getting some LeadZolo leads, hit the link in my bio. Click the button that says LeadZolo. If you're on YouTube, it's in the description. If you guys are interested in a one-on-one mentorship where I will legitimately hold your hand through getting your first deal, I will give you the leads you need to call. I will tell you what to say. I will help you value every single lead so you know exactly how much to offer and how much you can sell it for. I will help you find a buyer for your deal. I will help you with the title company and everything else until that first deal is closed and the money is in your pocket. If you're interested in something like that and you have the money to invest in a mentorship, hit the link in my bio that says free training. Watch the training and apply for the mentorship. We only have 2 spots left for this month. If you're on YouTube, that is the button that says interested in one-on-one mentorship with me. Click it, watch the training. Go ahead and fill out an application. Besides that, appreciate all of you guys for watching. Hope you guys learned something. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and drop it on my most recent video and we will get you guys figured out. Anyway,